got a fast car, and I want to take it to anywhere.
Hello, guys. This is Modular 2 of the adult course. Today's lesson, we're really going to talk about all the rules of the road, basically situations that basically help you know where to stop, when to stop, who has the right of way, and so forth. So I have about, I don't know, 80 or 90 questions that I've kind of gone over and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, some of this ties in with my teenage course. So if you hear other stuff about teenage course, don't worry about that. You're basically here just to learn that part of the lesson. Remember, when you're done with all the mods, and you'll take the real permit test at the end, and then you're going to watch a video on how to get your final certificate. Remember, you're going to email me the email in the video that I have at the very end. It shows you how to email me and what email to use to get your final certificate. That's the key thing there. Okay. So let's get started. If you ever have any questions, you can text me or call me at this cell phone and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Hello again. Here we are, Modular 7. We're almost getting, or well, we're at least past halfway. Situations. We're going to give you a situation, and you're going to kind of tell us, what the answer is. Obviously try to guess the answer first based on your knowledge before you, pause it for a second. Try to figure out what I'm saying there, and then try to see if you can get it. My goal here in this chapter is to give you some stuff, basically some knowledge points, some stuff what we call in that little goodie bag. So when you come up to this situation, you might remember or you might recall it. Okay? All right. So here we are, car A. Here's car A right here. Let's see if I can get my pen out. Here's car A. All right. He is sitting at the green light and wants to make a left turn. What type of intersection this is? Is it a protected? No. Is it a caution light? No, because it's a green light. Can I just go at any time I want? No. You got these cars that are going straight. So it is unprotected left turn. All right. There's the answer, unprotected left turn. Next question, same figure. I know you won't be able to see the question sometimes, so I'll read it out, but sort of try to pause it. A is making a left turn at this light. Where could you make this turn at? A, where they're standing at is fine. B, car needs to pull out to the middle of the intersection with the steering wheels turn. Okay, car A needs to pull up even with the curve with the steering wheels turned and go. So kind of pause it. What do you think? Where they're standing at right now is fine. I don't want you to be out in the middle because if the light turns yellow or red, you can get a ticket. I don't like the wheels turn because if the car behind you comes up and hits you, it could push you out in front. All right? Same picture again. To make a left turn safely, car A should do what? So looking at car A should turn in front of B? No. Turn right. This is a no left turn intersection? No, you can go left here. Turn between car and B? No. Obviously the final answer is D. Turn after C has cleared the intersection. You lose here if you do get in a collision because you're making an unprotected turn. All right, same picture again. I don't know why it's already, the answer is already marked, but car Z wants to make a left turn, so we're looking right back here. Car Z wants to make a left turn. In order to do this, car Z has a right of way. No, must yield to car W. All right? So let's go to the next one. Car A has a green light. He or she needs to make a decision on when to turn left. The most dangerous component or misjudgment of this intersection is car C. Knowing when this car C here is going fast enough or coming through. People like to turn there or in front of it. Just wait till it goes on by. Wait for a big gap before you turn in there. All right? Number 6, before car A makes a left turn, he or she should clear what? Left, right, left, center. Okay? As car A clears the intersection, the driver should do what? Obviously, we're not going to pick anything that says speed up. All right? Obviously, the answer is C. Check their mirrors, all the traffic around, his or her car, and she should. I'm sorry, we can't see the full answer, but check the message and then turn and the thing. It has nothing to do with speed. Okay? You're basically checking the speed of B and C. Great. Which vehicle has the right-of-way by law in this intersection? Okay, so if we're talking about car A here, who has the right-of-way? This car and this car, because they have a green light and we have a green light. So the answer is B and C. If this light turns yellow or red, car A should do what? It is illegal to go. So stay right where they're at. It is illegal to go. If car A wants to make a left turn, his or her left turn, car X, which is behind them, okay, should do what? Wait until car A clears. We don't want to see this car going onto the shoulder and going around them, okay, even though he's making a left turn. That's a no-no, right? So, because if this guy decides to change his mind while you're going around and makes a turn and you hit him, it's still car X's fault. Even if he had a blinker on left, it's still car X's fault. Which indication would there be if there was a protected left turn? It would be a left turn arrow. Okay, number 12, you are driving car B. What should you do? Okay, so you're driving car B. So you're this car up here. Stop and proceed with caution. You're going to stop and then proceed with caution. Because why? You are on the right. I'm not going to wave A on. I'm going to stop, make sure A is stopping, and then I'm going to go. What kind of intersection this is? I'm going to obviously count stop signs. I got 4, so it's a 4-way stop. If car A arrives first, what should you do? Or, well, I'm sorry. Who should go first? Car A goes first. If they get there first, they go first. If car A and B arrive at the same time, who has the right of way? The car on the right. We talked about that in the question up ahead. All right, who goes first if car A is turning left? Obviously car B. We don't know which way car B is going. It looks like it's going straight, but it could change its mind. Car B gets to go first. If car B is turning, who goes first? C. They're both going to go at the same time, turning in front of each other. Who has the right of way at this intersection? The answer is D, both B and C. Okay, what type of intersection is this? We call this a T intersection. You are driving car A, you may legally use the middle lane for what? And pause the tape, see what you think. All right, here we go. To make a left turn only. You can't get in there as car B or car D past car E. You see what I'm saying? You can't go in here and just take this car and pass and go around. It is only a left turn only. You're driving car A. What is the meaning of the solid yellow line? Okay, so what they're talking about, let me get a blue here. They're talking about what is this solid yellow line right here? That solid yellow line means never pass. You can cross, never pass. What we mean by cross is you're just taking a turn and you're going to go straight into the gas station or whatever. You're driving car D. What can you do? Pass when clear, because they have the dotted line on their side. You're driving car B. What could you do? As of right now, he can pass because he's past the line if it's clear. So pass when clear. You're driving car C, which is this car. Okay? Pass when clear. You're past that stuff. On a 2-lane highway, what does a solid white line tell you? So what they're talking about is this white line way down here. What's just telling you is it's marking the edge of the roadway. Here's a question I want to throw out to you. It's probably not in my notes. What side will the yellow line always be on? And if you said driver's side, it will always be on the driver's side. If the yellow line is on the passenger side, stop where you're at because you're going the wrong way. Only in the United States will it be like that. What does a double yellow line tell you? No passing zone either direction. No crossing too. It should have that in it. You can't pass, you can't cross. You are driving car A. Which lanes could you legally make a left turn into? So we're driving car A, which is right here. Okay. I should be only to go into lane 3. So the answer is A. You don't want to be going wide. Let's assume that I'm going to the gas station over here. Okay. I would make my turn, make sure nobody's coming in, lane change, and then go into the intersection. Okay. In the gas station. Which car is making a very dangerous illegal right turn? Obviously, this one is because they're going wide, but this one's making it because they're doing 2 things wrong. They're going wide, and they change lanes within 100 feet of the intersection. So that is bad. So car B is the wrong one. You are driving car C. The left turn you have made is, so I'm driving car C. I'm turning out of the wrong lane. Notice I'm turning right here. Is illegal. If your left turn is illegal, why? Because they're turning out of the wrong lane. They should be in this lane right here is where they should be at. Okay? All right, we got emergency vehicle. You notice it in the rear view mirror. You're driving car B. So your car B, what should you do? You immediately get over to the right. All right? Which vehicles can continue at normal speed? So which vehicles can continue at normal speed? Some people would say this car, that car. The only car that can continue at normal speed is car C. Why not D? Is because the ambulance might turn here. This guy must be 500 yards behind this vehicle, and obviously this car needs to do something. So the only car is C. You have a flashing yellow light at the thing. What should you do? Again, proceed with caution, watching the other people that they stop. All right, got a school bus. And this right here, all this little area here is a divided roadway. You can't get in it. It's like a ditch or something. Okay? You are driving car A. What should you do in this situation? So if I'm driving car A, I'm just going to keep on going. I don't need to stop. All right? You are driving car C. What should you do in this situation? I'm driving car C. I'm going to stop. Okay? When entering the freeway, who has the right-of-way below? When I'm going into the freeway, it's the people on the freeway that have the right-of-way. When I'm exiting the freeway, who has the right-of-way by law? It should be the people on the freeway that are exiting have the right-of-way. So be aware of that. When you're driving on streets and you don't know, you're not driving on the freeway, what is the speed limit? It's always 30. I have a lot of people do the driving test with me, and they'll ask me, what's the speed limit? I can't tell them what the speed limit is. It's like this. If a subdivision wants the speed limit to not be 30, they got to post it in the subdivision. So like you'll see some subdivisions, they post 20 or they'll post 40. But if there's no sign in a subdivision, it is 30 miles an hour. A law enforcement officer can give you a speeding ticket for what? They can give you a ticket for 5 miles over. They can give you a ticket for 10 miles an hour. They can give you a ticket for going the speed limit. Remember, the ticket doesn't say, woohoo, yay, you're a speeder. It says you are driving too fast for conditions. When traveling through a school zone, when school is not in session, or in the morning or evening speeds limits adjusted, the law is still in effect. They might have summer school there. That's why. When making a U-turn, you should what? Okay, so here we go. We got car A, we got the blue car, and we got the green car. Okay, so the blue car is going to go right here. The green car is going to go right here. Who has the right-of-way? The person that has the right-of-way is the person at the top of the opening. Okay, so it's the person at the top of the opening. Because the reason why this car is wrong is he has to look through this car to see the other cars. So you're going to go all the way. So let me get a better one. You're going to go all the way up to the top here. Don't even leave a bicycle room between you and that median.
We've talked about this plenty of times before. We showed you in the neighborhood that when you got the median here, you're actually going to have some streets like this. Now, some people say that if you don't have a street to here, you go to the bottom of the median. I disagree with that. For this simple fact is this: if you have a car here, and you have another car that came in here like this. So both cars come in here just like this. Who can see the actual yellow car? Obviously, this green car can see this car better. That is why I always tell people, when you go to make a U-turn or you go to make a left turn into the street, you always come in here and go like this. Now, a lot of people ask, where does the next car ready to go in there wait? It waits right there. This car coming out of the parking lot might come here like that, and you'll just let that car go. Or this car will come here and come in here like this. What that does, it helps you see the traffic. This car can see that traffic good. This car can see this traffic good. Okay? Imagine there's an imaginary line in the middle of that. In some places, they actually put a curve right there. Okay? But most places, they don't. This is actually how you want to handle the U-turns. Never go, even though if he leaves a spot here, go there. Now let's assume that you're the car coming up, and this car comes out of the parking lot, and he comes up and takes your spot up there. That's okay. You come up here, sit right here, let him go, and then you come in to the top of the median. Okay? Remember, driving is patience. You've got to clear this out. I know, because I've taught defensive driving, And I've seen lots of people go to this spot, and they've gotten a wreck, and they've gotten tickets for that spot. And we don't want you to have that. So be aware of these type of situations. Always go to the top of the median. If you come out of the parking lot, you're always going to go the closest. Now, I tell people, don't leave more than a bicycle length room between you and the curve. You don't want to leave this much room and another car comes in here, steals your spot, and steals your sight away. We've talked about this plenty of times before. We showed you in the neighborhood that when you got the median here, you're actually going to have some streets like this. Now, some people say that if you don't have a street to here, you go to the bottom of the median. I disagree with that. For this simple fact is this: if you have a car here, and you have another car that came in here like this, so both cars come in here just like this, who can see the actual yellow car? Obviously, this green car can see this car better. That is why I always tell people, when you go to make a U-turn or you go to make a left turn into the street, you always come in here and go like this. Now, a lot of people ask, where does the next car ready to go in there wait? It waits right there. This car coming out of the parking lot might come here like that, and you'll just let that car go. Or this car will come here and come in here like this. What that does, it helps you see the traffic. This car can see that traffic good. This car can see this traffic good. Okay? Imagine there's an imaginary line in the middle of that. In some places, they actually put a curve right there. Okay? But most places, they don't. This is actually how you want to handle the U-turns. Never go, even though if he leaves a spot here, go there. Now, let's assume that you're the car coming up, and this car comes out of the parking lot, and he comes up and takes your spot up there. That's okay. You come up here, sit right here, let him go, and then you come in to the top of the median. Okay? Remember, driving is patience. You've got to clear this out. I know because I've taught defensive driving, and I've seen lots of people go to this spot, and they've gotten a wreck, and they've gotten tickets for that spot. And we don't want you to have that. So be aware of these type of situations. Always go to the top of the median. If you come out of the parking lot, you're always going to go the closest. Now, I tell people, don't leave more than a bicycle length room between you and the curve. You don't want to leave this much room and another car comes in here, steals your spot, and steals your sight.
When driving on the freeway, you always drive with the flow of traffic, only if the flow of traffic is within the speed limit. Okay? Is it safe to wave someone on? Never. Never wave someone on. Just try to figure it out there at the intersection.
Let's look at lane markings. White lines divide lanes where traffic travels in the same direction. Yellow lines mean traffic travels in opposite directions. The type of yellow line tells you what you can or cannot do. One broken line means cars can pass in either direction. A solid and broken line means passing is permitted in one direction. Only if you're on the side with the broken line. A solid double line means no passing in either direction. Never drive on the left side of a solid double line unless you're making a left turn, you're in a carpool lane, or you are instructed to do so. Double yellow lines are another matter. Consider them the same as a raised barrier. Never cross unless there is a designated opening.
Let's say you're on a road that only has white lines. What does that mean? all traffic would be traveling the same way. It's a one-way street.
Very good. Now, there are a few specialized lanes you should know about too. Bike lanes are generally for bicyclists or pedestrians if there are no sidewalks. Never use a bike lane unless you're about to make a right turn, enter a driveway, or to park if permitted. There are several types of carpool lanes. The markings tell you when it's legal to enter or exit. Check the signs to make sure you meet the occupancy requirements or have a special decal before entering. Center left turn lanes keep traffic flowing and prevent rear-end collisions. Always use them for left turns when available. On a two-lane road, if you are driving slowly and traffic behind you cannot pass, use a turnout lane when available. You must do this when 5 or more cars are behind you. And be aware of markings that let you know that a lane is about to end.